Queeving cabinet, age 20. I'm going to give you the box and you can analyse it.
Right, so on the on the front of the box there's an image of the product. It's all white, pretty much. There's a couple of grey highlights on it, and the background of the box is also all white, so it sort of struggles to stand out a small bit there. It says infrared thermometer on it, and it's from Bioland. On the side of the box there is there's a couple of icons here. It says infrared sensing, 1 second testing, and LCD display. It's kind of a solid colour block on the side. I think that looks quite good. It's not too crowded there either. On the back it's the same image, which, I mean, I'm not sure about it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, it's another solid colour block with there's a table here with a lot of information that I probably wouldn't read now, to be honest.
Do you think the box does its leaves out its message well?
I think it does quite well. I mean, it's fairly obvious just from looking at it that it is a thermometer. It says it like quite big. It does look like a thermometer. It doesn't stand out that much compared to other products, but it is what it is.
What's the overall? Does white and blue work well, or?
Yeah, I think that does look well. I think it looks fairly modern and sleek. I like the colour blocks on the side, and it looks well with the white. Maybe there could have been more brought into the front of it to make it stand out a bit more, but other than that, it is pretty well done.
Was the information easy to understand?
I think so, yeah, for the most part. I mean, there is this table on the other side of it that I didn't really read, and the font is quite small on that, but other than that, it's fairly well done.
Perfect. You can open it up whenever you're ready.
A little bit awkward to open this box.
Might be the box.
Thanks. Okay. So inside the box there you have your instructions laid out like that. Seems batteries are missing. Someone just didn't put them back into the thing. It's not the easiest to take this out without kind of bending the plastic. I noticed as well there's quite a lot of spare room in the box. It's not very efficient because of less space for the batteries there. Do you want me to look at the instructions first, or
yeah. Whichever's more
so
comfortable.
Yeah, there's a lot of information here. I wouldn't be reading it all now. Some of the things that do stand out to me about this are the diagrams. I think they're easy to use, they're labelled well. Maybe if there was more colour used, I don't know if that's possible or not, but more colour would be nice to highlight things that are important. It seems to only be in English, just from scanning over it here. The font is quite small as well, and I could read it, but it'd be difficult for someone who has trouble, I suppose.
Do you think the message would be better explained if it was more pictures than words?
Maybe, yeah. I definitely think it could be made more concise anyway. It shouldn't. I don't know why it needs to be that long.
Yeah. You can try out so.
I'll try put in the batteries. So batteries are here. I will take this out. I mean, it's fairly obvious. I mean, most of these are similar, so I obviously know where batteries are supposed to go, but it does seem relatively obvious where the batteries go. You have an arrow here. The mechanism isn't actually too bad. It's better than some of the other ones. Now this bit doesn't open the whole way, So, and it does seem like it could break off very easily. I think if it did break, it would break the whole thing as well. Now the labels are on the inside of this part, which actually doesn't make a whole lot of sense because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to put it that way or that way. But
where would you put the plus and minus labels if you were to?
I would probably put them maybe here or here or something, make it a lot more obvious, and yeah, just clearly labelled because it's quite small in there. It's not that obvious at all. So it seems to be working anyway. There's a beep there on the side. So you've some stuff printed on here, and there's one thing that's a sticker. Some information there about the manufacturer, and then you have something that you can slide it here. I'm assuming one is objects and one is people, judging from the icons. And then there's 3 more buttons along the side there. There's an S, there's a plus and a minus. I have no idea what those do, to be honest. Do I? Okay. That didn't work. 37.4 degrees. 37.4. 37. So it seems like you actually have to press this pretty much against your forehead.
Yeah.
Which might not be the most comfortable for everyone.
Do you think it works well holding it to yourself? Like, does it feel proper in your hand, or is it awkward?
It's definitely made for someone else to measure it on you. So it's not it's not a problem, but maybe if someone did have problems with their wrist mobility or something, it wouldn't be the easiest. It's obviously not designed to be done that way.
Yeah. Do you want to measure the room?
Yeah.
You can measure it once if you want. It's fine.
I'll have to. There's actually not much feedback. It's very difficult. It's actually quite difficult to tell which one of these are on because there's not much of a space in between them. 21.4 degrees.
Do you feel like it's accurate?
I mean, it's relatively consistent anyway, so that would kind of go along that it's accurate, but I don't know if it is. It's obviously difficult to tell how accurate it is. So I have another thermometer here, but yeah, it's fairly consistent anyway.
Is there anything you'd change about the thermometer or the packaging?
I'm not the biggest fan of this plastic. It's quite flimsy. I'm not sure how it would fare over time as for long-term storage, say. Obviously it's not the best for the environment either. The box, I don't think it's probably suitable for long-term storage. You can see that I had a small bit of trouble opening it. That would obviously could very easily lead to me tearing it over time. So if you kept it well, it wouldn't be the worst. For the instructions themselves, it's just paper, so that could obviously wear over time or rip or whatever, and the writing isn't great. It's quite small, but other than that, I think the product itself was quite good. It was easy to use, the screen, it was easy to read and all that, so yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
No matter.